There's no doubt that Jordan Henderson has had a wonderful football career. He's obtained 77 caps for England, reaching a World Cup semi-final and Euros final, and has been captain of Liverpool Football Club, winning both the Premier League and Champions League. During his playing years, he has been vocal in his support for certain social matters, for minority groups such as homosexuals and ethnic minorities. These include the Black Lives Matter movement and the Rainbow Laces campaign. There is a lot to be said for a man who is willing to stand up, or in Henderson's case, kneel down, in support of causes they believe in. However, when someone does take such stances, there is always the risk that they will end up being shown to be hypocritical or acting inappropriately in the future, if future actions do contradict previous behaviour. The transfer of Jordan Henderson from Liverpool Football Club to Al-Ettifaq, a team based in Saudi Arabia, shows that the saying that every man has his price has been, and probably always will be, a sad reality for many in society. Henderson has often worn rainbow laces and a rainbow armband while at Liverpool. In the build-up to the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, he described the country's human rights violations, which includes the death penalty for homosexual activities, as following. He said they were shocking, disappointing and horrendous. Now, in the case of the World Cup, you can have some sympathy for the players involved. They did not decide where the tournament was going to be hosted, and a World Cup only comes about every 4 years. It can easily be argued that the players were put in a difficult situation here. However, he has now taken a personal decision to play football in Saudi Arabia, a country which also has the death penalty for gay acts. For someone's comments to maintain any credibility, they cannot abandon their morals as soon as the big wage packet is put on offer, reportedly a huge £700,000 a week. Gays are not the only discriminated minority in Saudi Arabia. The Saudi government has no time for freedom of religion. The UK government website, providing information for UK tourists in the country, states that public practice of any religion other than Islam is illegal, and you cannot bring religious texts such as Bible into the country with the intention to distribute it to others, stating that importing larger quantities than just one can carry severe penalties. In addition, officially there are no churches in Saudi Arabia, and non-Muslims are not allowed to enter the city of Mecca. Living in the UK, the notion of someone being arrested for distributing religious text, or being banned from entering a city based on their religious beliefs, is something many in the West cannot even begin to comprehend. Yet this is normal in Saudi Arabia. Henderson and other footballers, some of whom are Christian, have moved to the Middle East this summer, and they should be ashamed of themselves. They have placed a greater value on money than morals. What makes Henderson's actions even more ridiculous is that if he heard a gay slur being shouted at someone on a UK street, I would not be surprised at all if he intervened and said something to the individual concerned. However, he is now migrated to a country where such behaviour is punishable by death. The fact that he is at the end of his playing career, or the money being offered is huge, is irrelevant. Footballers in top-flight football have more than enough money, and he could have easily played elsewhere in England, or another part of the world which did not have such disgusting laws towards minorities. Jordan Henderson, like many other men, really did have his price.